tonight is a very special night because it is the premiere of my film, my first ever feature film, A Great Divide. And so I just parked at the theater and now I'm gonna head in, but yeah, let's go ahead and let's do it.
Okay, but first, before we get to that, let's go back to where this all started. So back in 2022, I had just graduated from the University of Southern California with a master's degree in film scoring. And to be completely honest, I didn't really have a plan post-graduation of what I was going to do for work. But it just so happened that a family friend of mine was friends with the producer who was working on this small new film. And because this film was about a Korean American family, the director was trying to hire as many Asian Americans in film as possible. So by some stroke of luck, which honestly usually tends to be the case in the entertainment industry, I was able to meet with this director, and long story short, I was hired to be the composer for this film. So basically a month after graduating from USC, I was already hired on to my first feature-length film, and it was pretty crazy. So that summer, shooting started for the film, and they were on location in Wyoming filming the movie, and the director actually wanted me to come out to Wyoming and hang out with the cast and crew for a week. So I flew out to Wyoming, and I was hanging out with the cast and crew and kind of taking in the environment and getting a lot of ideas for what I wanted to write for the film. And then after all the shooting was done, then I really got to work. I started writing all of the music for the film, and in a short couple months, I had written 45 minutes of original music for this film. And after that, I hired an orchestra to record all the strings. I recorded all the piano and guitar myself, and after everything was recorded, I sent it off to my mixer, a guy named Joel Iwataki. You ever seen Star Trek or The Incredibles or Inside Out or Rogue One? Yeah, he was a scoring mixer for all of those movies and a lot more. It's pretty cool. So after Joel mixed and mastered all of my music, we then sent it off to the main sound engineers for the film, and at that point, my job is done, which leads us right back to tonight for the final premiere of the film before it is released for everyone to see. All right, back to the premiere.
My sister came. Okay, so we're doing a bunch of press and photos here, lots of different companies that are doing press for the film. And so after we take all these photos, then we're gonna go in and watch it. I'm not gonna watch it because I've already seen it way too many times, but the movie's gonna start soon. So we'll get some pictures done, and then it's time to watch the movie. Alan's here, Ilsa's here, all here for the premiere. And you got your popcorn free.
Yeah, we got lucky.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks for coming, guys.
Asian American female director. Thank you for coming.
So after watching a little bit of the opening credits, a bunch of the cast and crew went up to the green room. Because keep in mind, we've seen this movie many times, and we wanted to make sure there were enough seats for everyone else to see it.
Okay, so the movie is almost finishing, so we've gathered around here, and we're about to go in for the Q&A after. So, yeah, it's gonna be over, and then we're gonna go in.
Have a conversation about, and who better to do that than with these folks who made this movie. So
is the best monologue I've ever been given to do in a movie. And my career is still my favorite thing I've ever done. So it really is just to have Jeff and Gene and the rest of the cast just trust me with that part and playing it with the right intentions and doing everything the right way. It's still, it's, you know, it's still to this day, it just hits me on a deep level. So all credit goes to Jeff on that one.
And thank you all for staying up late with us to watch this. Thank you.
All right, guys, finally, it is over. It's done. I've actually been to like 4 or 5 screening events of this movie, and this is the final one. So I'm kind of like, I feel like it's complete now. This whole journey has come to an end, and it has been a really, really awesome journey. I really, really feel lucky to have been able to do this film. And to get to see all the cast and crew together one last time. It was really great. But yeah, this has been just an awesome journey, and I'm excited to see what I do next. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and yeah, see you in the next video. Peace.